This is an overview of the area. This is from Google Earth. You'll be coming from Kohima on the highway. You'll reach Kiguema, which is where Japfü Christian College is located. My apologies for incorrect pronunciation of Angami names. Then you'll go past Japfü Christian College, you go past the pony farm. Eventually you will park, walk along the road through the farm, you'll enter the forest area. If my recollection is, if my spatial awareness is correct, it will go a little bit to the right. Eventually you'll get to a bit of a ridge where you can see the other side. You'll see sky on this side. I believe it's this side. Then you'll come up onto the main ridge here. So there's a little bit of a ridge here. There's a bit of a dip here. So there's a bit of a ridge here where you'll see the sky. This is the main ridge. There's actually a road that comes up from Jotsoma. And you'll walk along the road. And then the road ends, and eventually then you'll walk the steep ascent to the peak. Here is the route zoomed in with a bit more detail. So you're coming on the national highway from Kohima. You'll reach Kiguema, which is where Japfü Christian College is located. You'll turn right, and you will keep going past Japfü Christian College. Then Japfü Christian College will be on the right, and you will follow signs either for Japfü Peak or for the pony farm. Keep going past Japfü Christian College, and then you will go past the pony farm on the left. You will keep following the road, which is a dirt road. You will keep going, and here we have the original end of the road, and the road did not extend beyond here, so you would have had to get out of your vehicle and walk the rest of the way. There's a little space for parking, but not much. There's rocks and things, so now you can even drive beyond. There are no official parking spots. The road keeps going, but there's a few places where there's space on the side of the road to park. The road goes all the way to the farm area. And so at some point you'll need to dismount your vehicle. So you can see the farm area here. And it's not really a potato farm, it's just a farm. They grow various crops. And then there is a sign for Japfü Peak, so you'll follow that. And I think this is the path here that goes up. You'll keep going up, and so you won't follow this road all the way. You will get out, follow the path. I believe it's this path, but I might be wrong as well, but I do believe this is the path. Go straight up, and eventually it will hit the forested area. And that's the next segment. Here we are at the starting point, which is the original end of the road. The road has been extended further, so it's just a dirt road. And this is, you can see the peak in the distance. And then you can see the farm area ahead of us with Japfü above them. There's a sign there for the path, so you'll stop following the road and take the path instead. You keep going up through the farm area. Eventually you'll hit the forest area with low-hanging bamboo trees. Sometimes you have to bend down to get under them. You'll reach the so-called base camp, which is a dilapidated building filled with graffiti and unfortunately lots of rubbish. So here, when I first climbed Japfü, I took the wrong path. I took the middle of three paths, so that's the middle one. What you want to do is take the left one, which is right there. Along the way, it's more nice forest area. It's quite steep. You'll take the right path. There's a path that kind of goes to the left here. Follow the right path under the big fallen tree, which is quite big. And you'll keep going up. Again, it's quite steep, so it's tiring. You'll get to the top of the ridge with the road right there. There's steps going down to the road. And then you'll want to head left, not right, which is going down, but left. And then there's a nice flat area where you can camp if you want to. Okay, so we arrived at the camping spot and it has a nice view. Bulebadze is back there with a bit of cloud, I think. And there's Tungso. And coming back from the road. We had turned right instead of turning left at the road because I was mistaken in my memory. But now we're back on track. Okay, so there's Japfü in the distance behind the trees. There's kind of a twin peak situation. The twin peaks. I think it's the first peak is the main one. Facing back towards Jotsoma Bulebadze area. And I presume that's Kohima in the distance, way distance there. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, there's a lot of rubbish everywhere. So we're making tea with our propane gas thingy. So there it is. So later we'll have Maggie. Okay, we made tea. Nice tea. How's your tea, Tungso?
Good enough.
It's hot. That's the important thing. Here's the tent. And Koima is somewhere down there. Some cool trees up here. Ooh. And back towards the road. Japfü is behind the trees. Sunset there. And the kitchen. And Bulebadze in the background there. Once the sun started going down, it got quite cold. Okay, so we started the fire. There's plenty of dry stuff. You can see the fire there. So that's nice. Having the fire was real nice because it got pretty cold. Okay, so we're inside the tent. The solar lamp is hanging nicely. So far it feels pretty cozy. And there we go. And not sure about me. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, so far so good. Feel warm enough inside. Let's see. It got pretty cold at night, and in the early morning there was heavy frost everywhere, and the temperature registered a low of negative 3.9 Celsius. Well, our water bottles didn't freeze solid, but there's just chunks inside. You can see the heavy frost in these pictures. But fortunately, we were able to make a fire in the morning as well, which was real nice, and have our tea. There's our home sweet home fire next to our tea and our cheap butane gas canister. Gonna have some tea, thick frost, home sweet home for the night. Hey, Luke's toes are cold, so are mine. And our blessed cups. So on the way up the road, we came across lots of nice trees. And initially it was cold because we were in the shade, but the peak was already in the sunlight. At the end of the road, there's a lot of rubbish, sadly. The path is not clearly marked, but if you look closely, you'll be able to follow it. It's quite steep in some places. In some places, you do have to sort of use both your hands and feet. There are several sections where you have to climb. This is a famous bit early on in the final section, but it's pretty easy because there's very big hand and footholds. It's actually quite a lot of fun. Near the top, there are the famous climbing bits, which are quite difficult and a bit scary and a bit dangerous, but I did not take pictures or video while climbing up.
Okay, so we've just climbed the steep bits. Now we go through the rock. And our photographer will follow. So again, not for fat people.
Or tall people.
Yeah. And here, I shall take video of Tungso coming out. Wait, let me come out. Okay, so here's the view out from above the rock. And the cross is right over there.
It's a great view at the top. It was nice and sunny. It wasn't very windy, so it was quite pleasant at the top. There was a bit of cloud around us, and it was a great feeling. It's a great sense of accomplishment to be able to get to the top.
We have the right at the top. There's the twin peaks over there. That's sort of the second peak over there.
So on our way down, we met someone who said that there's an alternate path which comes from below, above the rock that you saw my son climbing. And it's an easier path, supposedly, and it comes up between the main peak and the twin peak. But I have not confirmed this with anyone else.
And beyond that would be Western Zuku Konoma. Then you have this what looks like grassy, but it's the same kind of bamboo shrubbery, I think, found in Zuku Valley. Because beyond that way, if you keep going that way it will be Zuku Valley. Then we have, well, sort of southern Zuku is that side somewhere. You see the mountains surrounding. Then that would be towards Mao Imphal. The cross, look, Tungso is there. The cross has been upgraded to with silver, metal foil, so it shines from a distance. We were like, what is that shiny thing on top of the mountain from the parking area from Japfü Christian College? Then we have Kohima in the distance there, etc.
It's a great view from up there, and the weather was great, so wintertime is nice because of that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of rubbish, and not only all along the route, the hike, but at the very top as well. So all of this is at the very top, at the very peak. So this is one thing we need to improve in, is our sense of taking care of our scenic areas. It's a shame, really. So that was the only really disappointing thing about the hike. There's a ledge that you have to walk across, which is pretty narrow, so it's kind of scary, but completely safe if you're careful.
Just slow and steady. Stay close to the rock.
Hold the rope.
Watch your step. Okay, good.
In order to reach the top of the peak, you have to climb the rock, literally. and it's a little bit difficult and a little bit dangerous as well. There are actually two bits to climb. There's sort of a first one, and then there's a second one. The first one, there is not much risk, because if you fell, you would probably fall down not very far. But in the second section, which is more to the right, if you fell, you would fall further, and there is a risk of injuring yourself. There are lots of good foot and hand holds for ascending and descending.
Keep your weight back.
Personally, I didn't really use the rope because I didn't know how much I could trust it. So it's really better just to get a good hand and foot hold and climb and descend carefully.
Okay.
The camera angle here makes it look like it's a steep drop off here, but actually it's not. If you slipped at this point, you would just slide down a few feet.
Yay! Please get me in there. Am I there? Okay.
Yeah.
So the most careful
As in dangerous.
segment is over, perilous bit. But we still have to get down, so we'll pray that everything goes well. Okay, turn it off.
Even near the top, there's lots of trees and vegetation, so it's a nice descent.
We came from the top there. Then the foresty bit. And Luke's coming any moment. Somewhere. Think so. Ah, he's coming. There we go. And then, once again, oh, the top bit is right there. Speaking up, there we go. You can see the cross even. Just look. The second cliff, the Twin Peak, that's near Konoma, Western Zuku side. Bulebadze, Kohima, etc.
Dad,
Yeah.
could you take my...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I folded up mine. That made it easier. Just, okay. I folded up mine already. Make it easier. Okay, here we go.
Here's my dad ready to go down.
Something in my eye. Okay.
Oh!
There's like a rock, big rocks here. And it's like you can even go inside. it was raining or something. Of course, there's rubbish inside, but there's place to like, well, kind of shelter, I guess. This very interesting looking tree, lots similar variety, but this one has it twists, the outer bark twists around, and see the twist. It's like some kind of baked roll or something all the way to the top. Beautiful trees. Lots of beautiful trees along the road as well. Very beautiful trees.
It is possible to drive up along the road, but you'll need a kind of 4x4 type. The road begins in Jotsoma.
There's this big old tree with like a hole in the middle. So I'm making Luke go inside. Except that's it, huh? Your head is sticking out. Okay.
There were these trees with red berries, but I don't know if they're edible or not. I didn't see any birds eating them. After reaching the campsite, we had to take apart the tent and pack everything up, which took a bit of time. On the way down, you'll reach a section with two paths. You'll take the right path, which heads down.
This is the way we came from. Then going down the path. Fallen logs, big fallen logs. Big tall trees. More forest behind us. And nice sunlit path.